So I just saw Strange Darling in theaters. What did I think? We're about to find out. Let's go. Alright, hello, welcome to the XP Tyler channel. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully everyone's doing great. I just saw Strange Darling, and before I say anything about the movie, it has been a terrible week for movies, I'm not gonna lie. God, I just want to apologize for the slow week in movies. I feel like everything is just, coming up in this late September, October. All these horror movies are coming out that I'm very excited for, but as of right now, we're just in the setup. So we're getting into the bad movies to get to the good. But we're not talking about bad movies today because Strange Darling was strangely good. This is you know the drill. Let's go into the basics. We're gonna go to halfway non-spoiler, halfway spoiler. So this is your non-spoiler review, and then we'll go into the spoilers. So this movie is shockingly good. I did not think I was gonna like this movie, but going into it, I was like, okay, this is fire. The way they present this movie is very cool. I've been looking at it a little bit, and a lot of people have hated that the film clearly states that it's shot in 35 mm camera production. That is how they film this whole movie, and they clearly state that in the opening credit of the movie. And a lot of people are hating on this thing, like, why did they do that? There's no need to do this. Like, are they trying to be cool? I don't have any problem with them doing this. I think it's fine. I think a movie can state what type of film it's being captured in. I don't think that's a problem. So yeah, we're just gonna get past that instantly. That's not a problem to me. But let's talk about something that actually means something to me in this film, and that is the way they portray this film. So what they do is they split this whole movie into 6 chapters, right? You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 chapters, but this isn't just your linear chapter 1 to chapter 6. They start on chapter 3 and go back and forth. So this whole movie, you're kind of guessing what's going to happen, but also knowing the future and stuff. I just love when movies do this. I think movies need to do this so much more, but don't do it like Memento, because that movie sucks. That movie makes it all confusing. But this movie, it's clear. You're always guessing, but you always are never confused as much as a Memento. I'm watching Memento and I'm just like, what the frick is happening? No, this movie I'm going and I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense. This is cool. So I like what they did with this movie, how they have it in a non-linear path. They're always going back to the future. They're always going to the future and the past and stuff, and I just think that is so cool, and movies should do that more. A little thing that ties into the chapters is you have all these mixed expectations during this movie. I won't say anything yet because we're on the non-spoiler currently, but the way this movie just makes you keep on guessing. There are things that are just like, what the heck is going on? There's a lot of shock factor in this movie. I think there's been times where I was literally sitting in the theater and my mouth was wide open. My mouth was wide open, guys. And when movies do this, it's going to be a good movie for me. I love the shock factor in movies. It's just wonderful. And this movie just does it so great. I love it. What's next? The 2 main characters are actually really good. I forget what his name is, but he was from the original Smile. I thought he was just great. And Willa Fitzgerald,
1 hour later.
that has nothing to do with my review of the movie. I just think she's amazing. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, the 2 leads are actually really great. They have a lot of good chemistry, back and forth. And there is really, the whole movie consists of primarily these 2 characters. This is not a very big cast heavy movie. This movie has them 2 and probably 4 other characters in this movie. It's not very cast heavy, but I think that helps bring up the movie a little bit because you get to focus on these 2 characters more and more. You learn as the story goes on. You learn more about each of these characters from the past, and man, that is just such a cool factor to me. Next thing I want to talk about is, I'm a big guy for sound design, and man, they do really good with the sound. Oh my gosh. It'll cut to a scene of the main lead, and it'll just be like, oh my gosh. If y'all have seen this movie, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you're really not going to, but it has some cool sound design. It freaking does. And the whole theater just lights up with sound. Oh my, it's pretty cool. I think the music is okay. They tried to interlink the music a little bit too much and make it like kind of memorable, but it doesn't really work for me. I mean, the songs itself are pretty good, but the way they use it is okay. It's nothing great. It's not bad, but it's nothing great. All right, guys, I'm feeling a little spoiler time. Come on, guys, are you ready to get into the spoilers? Because I am. Don't listen to this before you go see the movie because the twists and stuff are great. They're freaking great. So I heavily suggest you go freaking see this movie right now and come back and watch this movie instantly, or watch this review instantly. So let's go. First of all, I just want to say the twist where you find out this whole, but by the way, this whole movie has you thinking that this man is after this girl. He abducts her and stuff. He brings her in this hotel and he's a killer. I was interested in that, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's actually pretty cool. But when you learn it's the other way around, it makes this movie so much better. This movie is so much better after the twist. I think M. Night Shyamalan wish he could do these twists like this, but that's not the point. The point is that this movie tragically went up. Did I say tragically? I meant drastically. Drastically went up. This movie really was kind of normally interesting. Like, it was just okay, but after they reveal that this is going on, it makes the movie so much different, and all your expectations are just flushed down the drain. You don't know what's to expect next, and that was probably one of the biggest shock factors I've ever gotten. I did not think at all that it was going to be, my girl Willa Fitzgerald, but it was. And dude, it was freaking sick. The reveal was epic. So, and I really hope people that haven't seen this have not heard this, what I'm saying right now, because seeing that in the theater is just amazing. And I had a great theater experience. I was by myself, like always, but I was there. I was into this. And I think the fact that the movie hops between chapters, like non-chronologically, is just, it helps this case so much. You go straight into chapter 3, and this guy is chasing this girl, which you think she's being abducted, and you think he's trying to murder her, but it's just the guy who's trying to get revenge. He's just trying to get revenge on this girl, and he's actually a freaking op. Dude, that is insane. I guarantee no one would have ever even thought of that happening in this movie. I just find the twist so freaking good, and that's why I think this movie is, very hidden, because through the advertisements and the trailers and stuff, there is not a lot about this movie. I'm very glad I saw this, because originally there wasn't any showings in the theater that is right next to mine, but I freaking took one for the team, and I drove a little bit to go see this movie. But man, I was impressed. I'm very impressed with this movie. I think it deserves to get some more appreciation and some acknowledgement, because this is kind of a hidden gem. This is a hidden gem, guys. So I rank this probably a 4 out of 5 stars. 8 out of 10. This movie had some flaws with its music choice, maybe not the best. Not a lot of flaws though. I like how this movie flows, and with the freaking camera thing that they put in the first 5 minutes of the movie, that's a lot of people's flaws for some reason, and why it's not great. But I literally could not care what camera they film it in. I think the cinematography in this movie is great, and I think all the shots in this movie are really cool, and the lighting with some scenes are actually amazing. And I really don't think that when a movie tells the audience that it's being filmed with a certain type of camera, I really don't think that's a problem. Yeah, maybe that's just me, but if you guys enjoyed, hit the like button. I got one coming up next for you. I actually saw another movie in the same day as Strange Darling, so I'm going to be reviewing that in the next couple of days. So be ready for that. And until next time, my friends, I'll see you later.